Isalill,
And yeah.
welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
You are a busy woman.
I am.
You are.
I'm so busy.
I wrote to you months ago and I was like, Isalill. And you're like, okay, maybe in January, maybe in February. And here we are in April.
Yeah.
Why are you so busy, Isalill? Are you successful or something?
No, I don't think so. I'm just bad at planning and I don't really have control over where I'm supposed to be at any given moment of my life.
It sounds like a typical comedian problem. Are you where do you live now? Are you in Tromsø? Are you in Oslo?
I live in Tromsø now.
Yeah.
I've been living here for 3 months. I just moved back to Tromsø.
Yeah.
And now I'm back in Oslo again.
Yeah.
For work stuff.
Gotcha.
So,
Is it hard to live in Tromsø but have so much work in Oslo?
yeah, it was good, but then I started getting more work in Oslo, and now it's a hassle because it's a bit of you can't commute.
It's a hassle being so successful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a long commute.
I wish the work I got in Oslo actually brought in money. Then I would be like the commute. I wouldn't mind the commute.
No.
Now it's just I'm just paying to be here.
Yeah, if they send a private jet, like, no problem.
Yeah.
And what kind of work are you doing then in Oslo? Is it comedy gigs? Is it writing? Is it
a bit of writing, a bit of comedy gigs, a bit of podcasts like this.
Yeah.
And so it's quite fragmented.
There's a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of small gigs, a lot of like short like writing gigs or comedy gigs. So it's kind of that's why it's busy, because I got 4 days at this place, and then I got 1 day over here, and then I have to go back north and do something, and yeah.
Are you involved? I think you are, but are you involved in organizing comedy in Tromsø?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
I used to
Yeah.
be like Kevin Kildahl was running the club up in Tromsø and Bodø, and then he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I was the only one who could like do it. And then I started doing it, and I was like 4 months, and I just went, this isn't for me. I have no control. I can't have responsibility for anyone else besides myself.
It's enough having responsibility for you.
Yeah, I can't even like book a podcast with you. How am I supposed to get comedians from Oslo up to Tromsø?
It's a lot of work.
It is.
It's so much work. Yeah, I spoke to somebody who's organizing a comedy night.
Yeah.
And she said she organized the comedy night so that she could, get something going.
Yeah.
And she just said it's like 99% logistics and 1% her doing comedy.
I know. So the second I realized that, I was like, I'm out. I don't want to do this. Like, this isn't worth it for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for other comedians getting spots.
Yeah. You want to tell jokes, not work with Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I hate Excel.
I know, right?
I get anxiety, like, just thinking about it.
Yeah. Do you think all that's going to be easier, though, with, like, all the AI, ChatGPT, kind of like, make me a spreadsheet, get these comedians.
Yeah, book this comedian, please.
Book me funny. Yeah, that's the move, right?
Yeah.
We just use AI.
I was skeptical about AI.
Yeah.
Now I'm on board. If they can do this.
Now it's all good.
If the AI can run every single comedy club in Norway.
Yeah. It starts out with comedy clubs, and it's like, I think we can restructure society better. Hold on a second. These human beings
And the jokes aren't that funny.
They're not that funny. We will take over all comedy.
Yeah, I've booked myself.
Yeah, I am headlining. I am hosting. Like, fuck. Imagine that. Imagine if AI had the same amount of ego as like so many comedians.
God.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking killing it.
Yeah.
This is me.
The AI would be booking a comedy night and be going like, why aren't I? I should be headlining, right?
Yeah.
I should be headlining.
Yeah. Let me increase ticket price.
Yeah. I get 25 minutes.
Oh my God. But AI could probably do a whole night with different personalities. Like if you say, okay.
I want write a set in the style of Louis C.K., write a set in the style of Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, there
Taylor
you go.
Tomlinson, Ilse Schlesinger.
Fuck, imagine if you could do that. Imagine if AI gets so good that like it could just like have a screen and people will just go into the shows and then it's just like, there you go, there's Bert Kreischer right there. Fuck. That's awesome.
And also, you could probably, if you're a big enough comedian, you can go like, write me a new set. Write me a new half hour.
Yeah, make it good.
Make it good.
Punch it up.
Yeah. Punch up my set.
Punch up my last special.
Find a closer.
Wow. I had a good idea when I was walking to work today. It's kind of imagine. Okay, it's a new dating app.
Okay.
Right. It's like Tinder, but you don't see any pictures.
So it's just text?
It's just text. It's just text. It's Tinder just with text.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm not saying it's a good idea. Maybe I play it back.
Play it back. You didn't say it was a good idea.
Fuck, I did say that. My bad. My B. Party foul. Shit. Okay.
Just text.
Just text.
What's the like upside of
getting to know the person for who they are?
Yeah, but people aren't more like honest in text.
No.
They're as deceitful as they are in pictures.
Yeah, but that's true. That is true. That is really true. But I think that I think that like it would make people maybe be attracted to the personality and not just the looks of the person.
Yeah.
Because like in Norway at the moment, and I think in a lot of like the developing world, you're having a decrease in birth rates and you're having an increase in divorces and you're having an increase in the age of virginity for a lot of people. Like there's a lot of dudes that aren't getting laid until they're 30. There's a lot of dudes that can't get girlfriends and there's a lot of people that can't make it work. And I'm not saying that that's because of Tinder or anything like that. But say, for example, like on Tinder, one of the most attractive qualities that a man can have is being tall.
Yeah.
Right? Is he over 180? How tall is he? He has to be taller than me. That's a purely visual thing.
Yeah.
The height that somebody has. But the height that somebody has zero impact on how successful your relationship is going to be over time. Yeah. Like your height doesn't correlate to you being a good boyfriend.
It's not like you've been dating someone, you're living together for 5 years, and then you just go, babe, I can't with the height difference anymore.
Yeah. I can't do it.
I can't. I'm tired of looking straight up every time I talk to you.
It's just all nostrils, bro.
Yeah. I've been seeing the underside of your chin for 5 years and I can't do it anymore, man.
I don't like it, dude.
I know.
Oh, I need a shorter guy.
I need a shorter guy. This isn't working.
It's not working. It is a weird thing though, that like the height thing, right? Like heights in relationships seems to be an important quality for women to have a boyfriend that's taller than them.
Yeah. I've never really dated. I've never really been single. So I've never been on Tinder or anything. So I don't like I've had 3 long-term relationships in my life back to back.
Yeah, okay.
So I've never really been single.
What about the gaps between them? Oh, there's some overlapping. What gaps?
Who's this gap you're talking about?
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay, so you never really been on the market,
No.
like playing the Tinder game.
No. So for me, the height thing, I've only had tall boyfriends. I have. But it hasn't been like, I haven't fallen in love with them because they were tall, I think.
No.
I don't hope.
No.
I hope it's more than that.
No, that's it. It's just the height.
It's just the height. You know what? I'm looking back, it's just the height.
Because that's the thing that shorter guys complain about. They go, I'm only like 170 centimeters or something. Yeah. I'm not... A guy that's 170 centimeters on the Tinder marketplace is less attractive than a guy that's 190 centimeters.
Do you have to fill in your height or when you make a profile? Or
No, you don't have to fill it in,
No.
but dudes flex it.
Yeah, so the tall ones.
Dude, shorter guys even do like weird photos where they, stand next to other objects, like with a forced perspective, so that
they do.
Of course, because it's
the deceit,
the treachery. Yeah. You fucking asshole! You weren't standing that close to the mountain. You know what I mean? They're all like in Italy by the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like, oh, he is tall.
Yeah. Look at him in comparison to the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Look at him go. So my dating app, it's all just personality based.
Okay.
And you match with somebody based on a description of.
But what isn't that like? Isn't Bumble a thing? Are there pictures on Bumble?
I think so.
Okay.
No, not that I don't know. I'm in a relationship as well, so I haven't been. Actually, ironically, we met on Tinder, but
did you tell her about your height?
Did I tell her about my height?
Did she ask?
No. You know what? When I was on Tinder, and I wasn't on there for very long, I was just very quick to try to set up a date with somebody.
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to get caught in this like infinite chat loop.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I don't like staring at my phone. I don't like looking at my phone. And I don't want to be like chatting like, hey, what's up? Let's just have the conversation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when
Just meet up and then
just meet up.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different. But like when you got to the studio today, we didn't really talk that much out there. I was like, let's just come in here and talk and hang out.
Yeah.
You know, just have a good chat. And so it was like that when I met my girlfriend. So I didn't say shit about my height or anything.
no.
I was
Okay,
like,
you
let's
were
just meet
just
up.
like, okay, date and then
Date and then let's just see what's going on.
Yeah.
And like
Are you taller than her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's from Lofoten actually. So
she's tiny.
she's little. She's a little person. Where are you from?
Kirkenes.
Shit, that's so far north.
And
Wow.
east.
And east. That's by the Russian border?
Yeah.
Damn. You
Yeah.
grew up there?
Yeah. On the border.
On the border.
Basically.
Yeah. Damn. How was life in Kirkenes?
It's strange actually. It's like any other small town in Norway. It's like nothing special.
Yeah.
And then you have like Russia and it's real politics and it's like there's a military base and you're always aware of like the big politic game playing. Like it's a strategic important place. It's always been because of the border.
Yeah.
So it's and like any other town, and then in the background there's this looming like seriousness. Like this city is weird.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Russians, and I know a lot of Russians, and there's a lot of Finns, and it's a lot of Sami, and so
Yeah.
it's a very like a strangely multicultural place because it's culture that you don't find in any other town
Yeah.
in Norway.
Yeah, it is weird that, I mean, you never think about, I mean, at least I don't, that like Norway really does border with Russia.
Yeah,
Like, it's-
I think we're in Kirkenes. We're the only people who are actually aware of the fact that Russia is just right there. It's just across the river. That's Russia.
Oh, the border's a river?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, is there like a fence or anything as well? Or-
No, there's well at some parts of the border is fenced in.
Yeah.
The parts that are easy to cross. So the river is a natural border.
Yeah.
And the parts that are like where you could potentially walk from Russia to Norway, there's a fence there.
Gotcha.
So but it's also like it's under surveillance 24/7 by both Norwegian military and Russian military.
Yeah.
So it's impossible to cross.
What an easy job for the Russians.
Yeah.
They're like, all these Norwegian
Yeah.
people that want to try to sneak into Russia.
Yeah.
So that's such a problem.
Yeah, it's slow days at the office. I think
Yeah.
actually there's we have on both sides there are towers like surveillance towers on both sides. So and on the Russian borders there's quite a lot of them and they're quite small. On the Norwegian side there are a few huge ones and but in the smaller Russian ones, when you are in Russia and you're driving past them, you can see that they're not manned. They're or they're manned by dummies.
Yes.
There are dummies in there,
Yeah.
just standing to like make us think there's someone there all the time. But
Yeah.
of course, they're not watching as closely as the Norwegian military is.
Yeah, I understand.
So yeah,
Have you heard of, do you know what a panopticon is? Have you heard that term, a
No.
panopticon? A panopticon was a type of prison. I think it was just a theoretical model designed by an architect, right? Where there was a circular
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There was a circular prison and there was a watchtower in the middle of the
Yeah.
prison. And the watchtower was supposed to be manned by guards, but there was nobody ever in there. But the prisoners used to just think that they were being watched.
Yeah.
And that was enough to make them behave.
exactly.
Yes.
It's like the thing if you have a room and you have an image of a person, a face looking at you, you behave more morally.
Oh, that's why they put all the pictures of like leaders.
Leaders, yeah.
Shit.
So if you've put a person in a room with nothing, no faces looking at you,
Yeah.
and you make them answer a questionnaire or solve them like ethical quandary, and then they behave more morally if there's a person looking at you, or if they're presented with the opportunity to be immoral.
Yeah.
They will take the opportunity if there's not a face in the room.
Really?
And they will behave morally if there's a face there.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. So
Yeah.
just the illusion of being watched
Somebody
is enough to affect people's ethical choices.
Yeah.
Damn. That's some deep shit,
Yeah.
Isalill. Holy shit. Damn.
It's clever.
Yeah, it's really clever.
Yeah.
Dude, people are such like complex animals, right? Like, I think that's kind of like the idea behind God as well. At least one of them is that
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
there's no
If
picture
you
of a
believe
face there.
somebody is watching you at all times, of course you will
Yeah.
adjust your behavior.
Yeah. But the weird thing is they start thinking that God wants you to do bad things.
Yeah.
That's the weird shit. That's
If
when
you
it
get
gets
that
to
personal connection with him and you go like, but I know him.
Yeah.
I know he wants me to.
I am the soldier of God.
Yeah.
I am the hands of the Punisher.
Yeah.
He wants me to execute you.
Yeah.
Like, what? Dude, you're taking this out of context.
Yeah. Where's that image?
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe that's the move then. If you just get like an image of somebody peaceful, like if you got like a poster of Gandhi and put it up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing. Like people start, no, you can't misinterpret him. Like you got to be like somebody that people cannot misinterpret.
Yeah, but the Dalai Lama thing from this week.
Oh, what the fuck is that all
What the
about?
fuck was that? That was for people who didn't catch this.
Tell them.
The Dalai Lama asked a tiny little boy to suck his tongue
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So gross.
Why did he do that? Do you know?
No, they tried claiming it was a local custom, and then the local people were like, no, we do not do that.
Suck
That's
my
on you.
tongue.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
And then you go like, if he does that on camera, what the fuck does he do when there's no image on the wall watching him?
Yeah.
What does he do?
Yeah,
And he's the picture on the wall. It's his own face looking down.
He's looking at himself.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll let this one slide, bro. Suck my tongue, little kid. Oh, I don't even get my girlfriend to suck my tongue.
'Cause that's such a gross thing.
Gross.
Like it's such a fetish thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, I don't know. It sounds like a preference, you know?
It's a kink.
It's a kink.
It's a
It
kink.
sounds like a kink, and it looks like a kink when he does it. And then you go like, no.
Don't do it, bro.
And you're the goddamn Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be better.
Yeah, you've lived like 100 lives.
Yeah.
You didn't learn that lesson?
Yeah.
Don't let kids suck tongues.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what an asshole.
What a fucking asshole.
Holy shit.
So I don't know, putting a picture up of like a religious, like a person we regard as holy.
It doesn't matter.
No.
The people are just so flawed.
Yeah.
They just get to a point where their brain just goes,
Yeah,
click.
I think maybe a picture of a golden retriever.
Right? A pug.
Yeah.
Something with breathing problems.
Yeah, maybe you go do the ethical choice if a pug is looking at you.
Yeah. He's so cute.
Fine, I won't kill them.
Holy shit. You're Sami, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's really cool. I don't know that much about the Sami people.
No.
But I had Mart Aslan in here.
Yeah.
And he was talking to me about the Kurdish people.
Yeah.
And I told him the same thing. I go, dude, I don't know anything about the Kurdish people. He said that they don't have a country. He goes, yeah, we're kind of like the Sami people.
Yeah.
Where like they kind of traverse different, what became
National states.
above a certain latitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a pretty big society, right? Like across Lapland and Russia and far to the east.
Yeah, it's quite huge. If you Google Sapmi, which is the name of our area, it's a lot bigger than a lot of people think. It's all the way, we're as far south as Hedmark, which is like below, also way south of Trondheim, and
So
all the way north and across Sweden and Finland and into Russia. That's our like traditional area. So it's actually huge.
Wow.
But-
Shit.
But most people don't know how big of an area we actually are traditionally from. A lot of people think we're from just Finnmark, and that's it. Like Kautokeino and Karasjok, that's the Sami places, but it's like half of Norway.
Yeah, it's huge because what somebody told me as well was that like the Sami people, like they'd been in Norway for like, I don't know, like 1,000 years, 2,000 years.
Well, how do you define the Sami culture? Like there's you can say we've been here for 10,000 years. Genetically, are people like, and culturally, when does the Sami culture start? If you go backwards, when does it stop looking like Sami culture and become just like Stone Age culture, you know?
Yeah.
Like, where is this defining point that they're Samis?
Do you know?
No.
Nobody. Maybe it's.
No, it's like it's all grays.
Yeah.
Tones of gray. Like, where does Norwegian culture start? How far back are the Vikings Norwegians?
Yeah.
Or are they Vikings? Is Viking culture the start of Norwegian culture, or is it?
Okay.
And if you go beyond the Vikings, before that culture, are those people Norwegians, or are they just Nordics?
Of course, because Norway as a state
Yeah.
existed at a particular time.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you remove like the cultural definition of Sami,
Yeah.
the people had been living in that part of the world for
10,000 years.
damn,
Yeah.
for 10,000 years.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I've said this on the podcast before, but like I have a little boy, and I like when he was young, we'd go out in winter in the snow, and even in the apartment, it's cold, and I'm putting layers and layers and layers, and I go, I can't imagine what it was like being somebody that lived in Norway like 1,000 years ago,
Yeah.
2,000, 10,000 years ago up in the north. Holy shit!
Yeah.
It must have been such a difficult lifestyle.
I know. There's this place in Nesseby, it's called. Mortensnes is it's a peninsula in the Varangerfjord, where there's how do you say arkeologiske funn?
Oh yeah, an archaeological
Site. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they can track settlings or houses from 10,000 years ago, and you can see the water levels is decreasing. So when you get to Mortensnes, you walk out on the peninsula. They found like an old fire, like a
fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire pit from 10,000 years ago, and then you walk 200 meters more, and then it's like this is 5,000 years later.
Yeah.
And then they were living there. And so
so it's deeper.
Yeah.
The further back it gets,
Yeah.
the deeper the finds are.
No.
Or the other way around.
Yeah. So like down by the shore, by the water, there's a house from the 1800s.
Yep.
And further up you go, you're moving backwards in time, because the sea levels have been the land levels have been rising.
The
land has-
land's been rising.
Yeah, because after the ice age,
Yeah.
when the ice moved back,
Yeah.
the ice had been pushing Norway down.
Yeah.
And when the ice melted, it's still rising from being pushed down by the ice.
Really?
Yeah, so the first people that lived at Mortensnes lived
Yeah.
they all lived close to the water, but
Yeah.
thousands of years with the land rising, they moved like further and further down to be by the water at all times.
Oh yeah.
So in the 1800s, which is basically now in this grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
they are by the water. And then 10,000 years ago, they were by the water, but the levels were
Yeah, because the
different.
shoreline moved.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's such an interesting place to be, because you're walking there, and people have been walking across this field like for 10,000 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy.
And people still live there. So
Yeah.
people have been living there for 10,000 years, like continuously.
Yeah. Damn. Another thing that like I'm pretty interested in about like different cultures as well is like the shamanic traditions. You know, like that's pretty interesting. And
Yeah.
I come from a Maori culture, so the people of New Zealand, and they have something kind of wouldn't quite say shamanic, but they believe in particular types of, spiritual forces and particular medicines and rituals and things like that. But I know that the shamanic culture in the Sami society, it was like pretty big, right?
Yeah, it was. And I say was because we were Christianed in the 18 and 1900s.
Yeah.
So the shamanic religion, by all intents and purposes, died during the 1900s. So there's a few Samis who still practice the old ways.
The old ways.
But it's not an unbroken tradition. It was dead, and then some people found back to the roots and have to reconstruct the faith. So we don't really know much about how the faith actually was from the 1800s, because the Christian missionaries came and burned everything, like they burned every like religious item. They ruined every holy site they could find.
Yeah.
And actually on this peninsula on Mortensnes, it's there's an old, like, it's this weird rock. It looks like it's almost square. It looks like a big, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a huge rock that is put down in the ground, like, and it's several meters high. So somebody has moved it there at some point, and it's probably a religious.
They moved it there?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a natural formation.
No, and it's surrounded by a labyrinth.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
They constructed a labyrinth.
Yeah, it's like just in the grass.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not something you can get lost in.
Yeah.
And so this rock is a part of a culture we don't really know much about anymore, because when the Christians came, they ruined every kind of religious site they could find. So what we know today about the shamanic religion is what the Christians wrote down before they destroyed everything.
Really?
Yeah.
So they became the source for the information.
Yeah. So it's filtered through Christian eyes.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So when you read about the Sami religion, you have to be aware that this is filtered through Christians during the 17 and 1800s.
Exactly. How have they structured this to serve their purposes?
Exactly.
What are they left out?
Yeah.
What are they including?
Yeah.
Ah.
So that's a shame that we don't really know. We know a lot, and because of the archaeologists and the historians, we know they've managed to reconstruct a lot of it, but we can never know for sure, of course, because the Christians have defined what it is.
Yeah, and the Samis didn't have a written language.
No.
Just all verbal.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of cultures that never had a written language.
Yeah.
They just never.
No need.
No need.
No.
I mean, we got this storytelling tradition. Like the
Yeah.
Maori people, they didn't have a written language.
No.
The Aboriginals didn't have a written language.
No, and because you kind of you keep information in songs and in poems and in, or not poems, but like that's how you store information,
Yeah.
is through art.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you don't have the need to write it down, because you can all remember it because it's in a.
I bet there's a lot of genetic information as well.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like when you're living that tightly with the land,
Yeah.
and you're that in tune with everything, like you're born and I think you kind of like, maybe you get a lot more information than we think.
Yeah, and you
know?
just have to, or
Yeah,
you
have
die.
to. So many people must have died too.
Yeah.
Like the birth, like the like the birth death ratio back in the day. I mean, crazy. I mean, my dad's generation, he was one of 13.
Oh wow.
I know. And
Yeah.
they did that because the generation before them, they all died. You know,
Yeah.
the brothers and the sisters.
If you heard Hans Magnus Scott, he has a bit about that in his show.
Yes.
That his grandparents just got a lot of kids because they were counting on a lot of them dying.
Yeah.
And then they got vaccines.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? Or no one's gonna die?
What the fuck? I'm like, how many Christmas gifts?
I have 13 kids? Oh fuck.
Yeah, damn, that's a good special.
Yeah.
It's a real. Oh, I think I saw you at that special. Did I see you at that? I saw you at somebody's special, and I think you were wearing. Oh, maybe it was another show, but you were wearing like a traditional Sami outfit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, maybe.
Ah, okay.
Sometimes I wear it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but yeah, I think that might have been the last time I saw you. Maybe it was his special or Marius's, or maybe it was just some other show.
I think it was Marius.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah.
That might be it. Yeah, that's a killer special.
Yeah.
Don't you have a special?
Yeah.
What's that called?
Oh yeah, du är nysame. Oh, you're a
Yeah.
new Sami.
Yeah. And how often are you performing that? And how's
I'm doing it this weekend up in Harstad, thereabouts. It's written for Sami people.
Yep.
So I try to do it where I'm kind of guaranteed a Sami audience.
Yeah.
I did it here in Oslo. The first night was really good because there was a lot of Samis. And the second night was good, but the majority of the crowd was Norwegian or non-Samis. And they laugh, but they laugh because they understand that it is a joke. They don't get the reference, or they don't, like, I hear the difference in the laughter from the Samis and the Norwegians, because the Samis, they laugh from like the inside, and they go like, oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, that hurt or something. And Norwegians go like, I know that's a joke. I can hear that that's a joke.
Yeah.
I can tell. That has the structure of a joke, and now I'm laughing.
Yeah, but with the Sami people, it like resonates because they can more relate to. They understand all the levels
The layers,
of it.
yeah, and they understand what I'm referring to and what I'm making fun of and who I'm making fun of. I have a lot of references to people Norwegians have never heard of, but who are important or infamous people in Sápmi.
Yeah.
So, and it was a good night with the Norwegian crowd as well. But I kind of felt like, okay, I knew I wrote this for Samis, and now I can really feel it. Like, yeah, this is a very Sami show, and it's not for Norwegians.
Yeah,
and I didn't want it to be for Norwegians, so I don't explain anything. I don't stop to say that's, I'm talking about this guy and he was this and this and this. I just say the name, and then if you don't know who that is, I can't stop, because this joke isn't for the people who don't know. This joke is for the people who know.
Yeah.
So if I reference an artist or a politician or whoever.
Yeah.
But it's been going good and it's been fun. And this weekend I'm doing it in, it's a small village outside Harstad called Evnashi, which is a small Sami town.
Yeah.
So I'm guaranteed like a Sami crowd.
And I think it's cool for Sami people.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
We got one.
Yeah.
That's
this is for
awesome.
us.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because our culture has been the butt of the joke for very many years in Norwegian stand-up and humor.
Yeah.
And we've never like gotten to be like the people making the jokes.
That's awesome.
And when we make jokes about Samis, it's on Norwegian terms.
Taking it back.
Yes, I wanted to write a show that doesn't fit the Norwegian way of seeing Samis at all.
Yeah, it's the Sami lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. I think that's so important.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's been really fun, and it's been really I don't want to say rewarding, but it's been fun like seeing that Sami people have, because it's so easy to write jokes for Sami people because no one's done it before.
Yeah.
So every goddamn joke I write is the first joke.
Yeah.
So I'm going like, I have to write 1 million shows because I want to take all these jokes. I want to be the first to do every one of these jokes.
Yeah.
Because I can do the simplest joke, the easiest, most obvious joke, but because it's about something Sami, it's brand new. It's avant-garde.
Damn, you're so lucky.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
No one's ever said any of these things before. No one's made a joke about this person. No one's ever taken this part of the culture and made fun of that. So everything I do, it's the first time I'm trailblazing, and it's the easiest trailblazing that's ever happened. Like,
yeah, nice. Yeah, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Find your niche, and you can write the most groundbreaking jokes because no one has ever written about it.
Yeah,
like write about being Maori. It's probably like, how many Maori stand-up comedians are there in the world?
I don't think there's that
4?
many. Yeah, I can't name any.
No, exactly. I tried looking actually if there was any Maori or Aboriginal or First Nation or whatever like stand-up comedians, and I found like 5 in the US.
Yeah,
who aren't really like super active, but it was difficult finding like anyone who's really working with it right now, and I'm just thinking, go do it, people. There's jokes out there. Go get them.
Get them. Get those First Nation jokes. Damn, that's
they're ripe
cool.
for the plucking.
Yeah. Are you gonna record it? Are you gonna shoot it and then like, release it digitally?
I think so. I'm doing it in this summer. I'm doing it at a Sami festival outside Tromsø.
Oh, fun. That's cool.
Or an indigenous festival outside Tromsø. So I think I'm gonna record it then and just get it out there.
Yeah, that's the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you got it.
Yeah.
And I guess then from there you like finish with it maybe and then move on to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to. It's my first show, and I wrote it a while ago, and I've been updating it and stuff, and now I feel quite done with it. I've only done it a couple of times, but I'm like, yeah, next one. Let's get to the next one. There's so many jokes out there. Let's go get them.
That's such a good attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Shit. And like, it's an hour show? Like the special is like 50, 60 minutes?
Yeah. about 50,
That's
60.
such a long time.
I know, it's weird.
Jeez, I see people like doing solo shows, and I know, like, I've obviously never done a solo show, but like people tell me that once you get past 30 minutes, 40 minutes, like you gotta fucking really structure everything. You gotta make sure that like the dramaturgy and everything of the set is like real on point.
Yeah, and you,
60 minutes.
when you there was a point when I did the show last where I kind of lost people at a point. And when you lose the crowd for a minute in a regular like spot, like a 15 minute spot, and you lose them for a couple of minutes, you go like, oh, but I got my closer in.
Yeah.
It's 40 seconds and then there's a closer. But when I lost them and I looked at the time and I was like, oh God, there's 30 minutes left.
We're not even halfway.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I gotta get him back.
Like, I can't cut it short and go like that. That's all for me. I have to get him back. And I know, oh no, the next one is complicated. How do I get him back before I get into the next one?
Wow.
So that's a weird, like, but you know, when you're up there, time kind of ceases to exist, and also is everything you think about, and you exist. I feel like when you're doing stand-up, you exist in like 3 time spaces at once. You're in the present doing your joke, and then you're in the past analyzing how your previous joke went, and then you're in the future planning your next joke. So time expands when you're up there.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it goes like that.
Yeah. It exists in 3 spaces, but it doesn't exist at all.
Yeah. It's so weird. So when you get off stage, you go like, what just happened?
Yeah.
How long? You know how many comedians like come up to you after like, how long was I up there? And you go like 15 minutes. 15? Yeah.
Yeah. It's so easy to lose track.
Yeah.
But I think you're really onto something when you said that about the 3 different types of time, because I've heard people saying like, you got to really be in the moment. You got to really be in the moment. And you are in the moment, but you're still aware of the reaction that you just got.
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, if you like that, I think you're going to like this.
Yeah. So you're in the joke, you're hearing them, you're going, okay, you like this. And then you go, but you didn't like that one. You didn't like the one I did before. Yeah. And then you're planning ahead. Okay, if you like that, I have to restructure that.
Yeah.
So you're always like...
You're calculating on the fly. Yeah. Because if you're not calculating, you're not reading the room.
Exactly. So you have to exist in all the 3 times.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah.
It's always changing.
It is. How much of like success in the moment, like when you're like doing something, you're like, I got this. Oh, wait for this. Yeah. How much of that do you think is like mental processing, and how much of it do you think is like an emotional connection with the way that they're feeling?
Oh. For me, it varies how analytic I am on stage. Sometimes when I'm really enjoying myself, I forget to analyze.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Right, and that's fun because now you're having fun.
Yeah. I'm just with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's, for me, it's when it's a text I've been working on for a while and it's done and it frees you up. For me, when I do something new, it's very structured and I'm always analyzing every single word. And then the joke often expands and gets longer because you keep adding stuff and subtracting, and it's like this beast that you're always struggling with. And then when I find it and I'm like, okay, this is the joke I like, now I'm satisfied. I like this, I want it like that, this is the rhythm, and then I go on stage and then I can have fun.
Yeah.
And then it starts living again, but in a whole different way.
Yeah, because you don't need to use as much analytical processing power. You've already got it in there. You're not like trying to remember every word.
Yeah, and the structure is there and I know it's good.
Yeah.
And then you can dissolve the structure if you see like, oh, they love this, let's stay here. And then it's just a whole different beast.
Yeah, you know, like some of the spots that I love doing the most are like just open mic. You go put your name in there, and it's just like, guess what? I'm just a bonus. Like I'm not even supposed to be here.
Yeah, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I can just totally eat shit, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I know.
And then I feel like that's a really freeing mental release for me. Because I mean, like when you're doing your solo show, you're probably going, I have to. Yeah. They came for this. Yeah. I'm gonna do real good.
Yeah.
But if you went to like fucking, like some comedy club and they go, hey, you want to just do 5?
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah. Now this is for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna fuck around. Yeah. Yeah. I did this set, right? It was at the Joke Factory. And I came from like I'd just been doing like several months of just comedy in Norwegian, and then it was in English, and I just had fun with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just like, it's not structured. I'm just gonna talk about like a few things that I've been thinking lately.
Yeah. I can't do that.
No?
I don't no.
I
I
don't.
always have to have a plan.
Yeah. No.
I've never really tried though. I'm a planner, so I've never dared to go up there and go like, okay, this is a thought.
Yeah.
But I should probably.
I mean, if you feel like it's a
Yeah.
good skill to have,
Yeah, I think
probably
it
something
probably
that you can
is.
develop with practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because I don't know, like something just, I was nervous. I mean, I had jokes, but I
Yeah.
didn't have like a set list or anything like
No.
that. And I just kind of flowed with what was happening, because sometimes I'll do a set and it's very like, okay, this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. And it's good and I can be loose.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I'm just like, I literally have no idea. I have no idea. This is not planned, and we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
And then I kind of did that I did that in the best way that I've ever done before.
Yeah.
And it was so like, like what
Yeah.
happened? What
Yeah.
just happened?
Yeah.
What just happened? What? Like, yeah, you did really good. I go, did I?
Yeah.
What year is it? You know what I mean? Like one of those situations. But I'm so envious of people, like more experienced comedians or
Yeah.
people that have just maybe like a natural, like certain like amount of charisma or
Yeah.
fluidity in the way that they talk, where they could just go like, you know what, I'm just going to talk about.
Yeah.
I went to the doctor yesterday. And like, okay, tell me more.
Yeah. I was in Trondheim and I was doing a show with a couple of comedians, and then Kevin Kildahl was in the city, like by random. And somebody asked him, "You want to do 10?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can talk about the train ride." And he just went up and he just told a story about the train, and it was hilarious. I was like, "This man is an actual genius. He's just talking about what just happened on the train, and it's 10 tight minutes, and it just happened."
He made the train ride kill.
Yeah. So it's I'm so envious of the ability to tell a story so so perfectly the first time you tell it.
Yeah.
Like for me, I have to like, okay, what's the funny part of this story? Where does it go?
Yeah.
But he just has this instinct, like I know where to start. I start here, and he knows where to embellish and where to not embellish, and he knows which parts are the funny parts, and and I was like, this just happened. This happened 30 minutes ago. How is this a bit already?
Yeah.
How is this a perfect bit?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And also, he lives the most ridiculous life. He lives the most insane life I've ever like encountered. So everything he experiences is like, he texted me the other night. He was like, I was just, some ladies tried to cancel me today. And I was like, what? And he told like he had made a joke, blah, blah. And then a couple of hours later, he texted, I just went past, I was walking home and I saw a lady take a shit in the park.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what is your life? Why these two things happens in the same night?
Yeah. you can't shit in the park. Lady. What are you doing?
And I was like, is this a bit? He was like, no, it's just something that happened to me.
Damn. Yeah. Some people, they just attract a
Yeah, I
certain,
know.
like, you know what I mean? It's like, is it you?
Yeah, are you the problem?
Is it you, dude? Do people just feel too comfortable around you?
Are people shitting in parks around you? Look inwards.
Oh my God. So did you know Kevin a lot when you were living up north? Were you in the same like area or?
No, or Kevin and Alan Osnes kind of revived the comedy club in Tromsø because it was Bård Hofstad, was that his name? He was running it, and then he passed away, and then it was Kevin and Alan kind of revived it in 2020.
Yeah.
And I debuted on that stage when Kevin and Alan was running the club.
So when did you start doing comedy then?
2020.
Really? Just before the pandemic?
During
During the pandemic.
October.
Oh wow. Damn. So that was the first time you did comedy in October 2020.
Yeah.
Damn.
So the first 2 years year of doing stand up, I did rooms where there was only allowed 50 people.
Separated and like ordering drinks from your phone, all that kind of stuff.
So the first 50 gigs I did was in bad rooms with like terrible the there was no like, you had to succeed in those rooms. You had to be amazing, and I wasn't. So I kind of learned it the hard way. So when it opened up and there was like 80 people in the room, I was like, what? This is amazing.
Why is it easier now?
Yeah. So I guess I kind of got lucky doing like bad shows the first year and I didn't know another reality.
No.
I did like Kevin and Alan. They brought me or took me along to Finnsnes, this show in a huge like kulturhus. Alan, me and Alan in Båtsfjord in northern Finnmark. This huge room seats 500 people, 50 allowed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he did his show.
Yeah.
And I warmed up for him.
Oh my God.
But for me,
50 people?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've never seen more.
Holy shit. Yeah, it is like this kind of eye-opening experience when you go, oh, what? It's not normally this hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like doing places like Lincoln as well. Because you do like these places and there's like 6 people there plus comedians, if you're lucky. And then you're like, oh, that was pretty hard.
This was rough.
I've done like Lincoln and then gone to Njø.
Yeah.
And like, there's been like, you know what I mean? Like the difference is huge.
It's
huge.
I did a late night at Humorfestivalen, Humorfest this couple of weeks ago. And we got a text like a couple of hours before show and was like, we haven't sold any tickets. And it's this huge room, right? At Salt. And then I got a text from Pernille Haaland who's like, I can't make it. You have to komfe.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I hate it. And she was like, please do this for me. I was like, for you, I'll do this, but for no one else. And I came there and I was like, okay, no tickets sold. What do we do? And then Jonas was on the lineup, and he has this charisma, and so he just went out into the main room and went like, okay, there's late night in here, people. It's me and a bunch of comedians. Come on. And he got 60 people.
Damn. That's so crazy.
Yeah. But 60 people, that's good, right? But not 60 people who didn't really want to see stand-up that night.
Okay. Yeah.
And who also kind of just wanted to see Ernest.
Yeah. Okay. Shit.
So that was a rough show.
Yeah.
Rough. And Ernest was the third comedian on or something like that. And when he he got off stage, 40 people left.
Yeah.
And then 10 more, and then 10 more, and then 10 more. So when the last comedian got on, it was like 16 people left in the room.
And you were confing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
It was so brutal. I was just going up there, doing a one-liner joke, and there's a next comedian, because I don't want to keep you here. I don't want to be here. Let's just do this.
We're skipping the break.
Yeah.
I'm just going to introduce I'm literally just announcing comedians here.
Literally. I went backstage and Joachim Skag was headlining, and I was like, I'm not going to do anything before I put you on. He was like, I get it.
It's brutal.
It's so brutal.
Yeah.
But like, you have to do those
gotta
shows.
do 'em.
Yeah.
Those are the stories.
Yeah. Those are the stories. And that's where you really get to know the strength of your joke.
Oh my God. I have a really good example of that. It was when I did this English show about 2 weeks ago. There was 7 people in the crowd. I was confing. My plan was just, between each comedian, I'll just talk to one person.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? Just you, and then I move on, and then I move on.
Yeah.
And then it was pretty low key. We're having a good time. And then Jim Swan came out. And Jim Swan treated that place like it was fucking Telenor Arena.
Yeah.
And he just went big, and he went like full on Jim Swan.
Yeah.
Fucking all energy, and everybody, like me and the comedians, are sitting in the back of the room going, oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. He didn't play down to their
No.
energy. He's like, oh, you want to go to the moon? We're going to the next galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play like you're in Madison Square Garden
That's
every
what
time.
he did.
Yeah.
That's what he did. And then maybe it was like 3 or 4 days later, I did a show, and it was the same kind of thing. I was like, oh man, there's like 2 people, literally 2 people in the audience plus comedians. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then like 4 more people came, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to Jim Swan the shit out of this.
Yeah.
And then I did. And I just went full on power, full blast energy. And then it totally changed the entire dynamic of the night. Because I was the first comedian, and I was like, okay, this is the bar now. And then all the other comedians were like, yeah, that kind of worked. We got to do that. I can't like, you guys, what's wrong with you guys? And then everybody killed.
Yeah.
And it was a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you also have those who kind of, the comedians who manage to create this intimate atmosphere. When there's few people in the room, it's like, okay, we're just one group now with the audience.
Yeah.
And then you can go with the low energy jokes and
Yeah.
stuff. But then the conf has to be really good.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I'm a horrible conf. I'm such because I don't.
That surprises me because you're so good at talking.
Yeah, I know.
You're so good at talking, and you're so like including and
Yeah.
likable, but you
I
don't
lose that on stage.
really. But is it just something that you don't enjoy doing? So then you're
Yeah.
on stage
Yeah.
and you're aware of it,
Yeah.
and they sense it.
Yeah. So I have this barrier, like,
Gotcha.
and you can read it in my face, and I can't fake it.
Yeah.
And I can't, and I haven't done it enough to be able to like do the Jim Swan thing and okay, change gears. I can't. I haven't like. That's something I actually am working on a lot. Like I'm writing, but I'm also doing a lot of old jokes because I want to be better at changing my energy on stage. If I'm low in energy backstage, usually when I go on, I can't really switch on.
Really?
I'm not able to, like, I just bring the same energy on stage. Yeah.
Really? That's interesting.
So now I'm practicing
So you gotta like
switching it on and
you
going
gotta
like,
have like some banter backstage. And
Yeah.
have some to and fro.
I have to listen to music now and just go like I listen to Run the Jewels.
Yeah. Some hip hop.
Yeah, and just go, okay, channel a different version of me. Like,
Damn. You know, I'm kind of the opposite. And
Yeah.
I've seen other people that are like the opposite as well, where like the backstage is like a fucking library.
Yeah.
Like, you turn up backstage, you're like, we're going to talk and hang out. Like, no.
Yeah.
These comedy nerds are like going through their notebook,
Oh,
changing adjectives.
I am.
And I'm like,
I'm her. I'm she.
Yeah, right. And I go, oh, okay, this is the vibe back here.
Yeah.
And then they go on stage, monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters. But it's like a fucking ghost town there.
Yeah.
And I go, oh shit. And I'm like that too. I'll try to conserve my energy.
Yeah,
Like,
I do the
sometimes
same,
backstage I'm so boring. You go, hey Neil. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? They go, are you okay? You look kind of down. I'm like, oh yeah, just chilling. And then I go on stage. I'm like, I'm leaving it all on the stage.
Yeah.
This is it. 15 minutes of glory.
Unable to do that, or I'm getting better. But if I'm low energy backstage, I usually bring it on stage, and it's a problem because some of my jokes require energy.
Yeah.
And so now I have to be like, okay, what does this joke need? And then it's like, it needs more than this. It needs more than what I have now, and I have to like bring it. So that's what I'm working on, like getting better at changing how I like the energy I bring on stage. Like
Yeah.
being aware.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's a process, right?
Yeah.
Like anything, and like now that you're like aware of it,
Yeah.
you gotta like, okay, I'm listening to the music, I'm
Yeah.
getting psyched up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it's such a complex art form.
I
Do
know.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, the way that you're feeling 5 minutes before has
Yeah.
a massive That's why like I don't want to like check my phone.
No, I
don't
know.
wanna, like,
You know what the
fuck
worst thing
that.
I know is? The worst thing, if I check my phone and I get a text from someone I know writing, oh, I can't make the show.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you don't understand how fragile I am 5 minutes before I go. I cannot know that you did not make the show. I don't care if both your legs are broken or you're dying in an ambulance. If you didn't make my show when you're supposed to make my show, I'm gonna take that as an insult.
Yeah.
Because of such the ego of going up on stage and doing stand-up. It's so like you're so in your own head and thinking you're the shit. And then your childhood friend goes, oh, I didn't make it. I'm going, tell me tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to see you.
Yeah.
I won't notice it.
Yeah.
And now I know you're not here.
Why aren't you here? I'm
Yeah,
looking for you.
yeah.
I know you're not here, but I'm searching.
Yeah.
Where are you, Jenny? Jenny?
I can feel that you're not here now that you told me.
Yeah, fuck, bitch. Yeah, but that's the stuff I don't want to do. I don't want to look at my phone.
Yeah.
I don't want to get any messages.
No.
And sometimes I don't even want to talk. Sometimes I get stuck with some people that are just like fucking verbal. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, I can't listen to you talk for 15 minutes about your fucking Tetris addiction. You know what I mean? Like some obscure nonsense. Like I want to have a bit of a clean head.
Yeah.
And if I'm backstage, like don't get me wrong. Like if you and me were backstage and everybody's like, you know, hanging out and having a good vibe, that's a vibe I can catch.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit of to and fro.
Yeah.
But like when you just get cornered and like you're just a prisoner to somebody just verbally battering you, that's when you're like, you're just filling my head,
Yeah.
which I want to be a kind of blank slate.
Yeah.
With just nonsense.
Yeah. I just want my bits. That's
Yeah.
all I want up here.
That's all I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my ego is so fragile. I can't take anything. You can't comment on anything. Like, don't talk to me about how I look. Don't talk to me about how last night went. Don't ask me how I think it's going to go. I'm like, I'm a little baby right now and I can't take anything.
Yeah, that's when the headphones are a good move.
Yeah.
Just big headphones
block
like
it out.
this, sunglasses.
Yeah, but I stand like in a corner back to the room and like listen to music and go like, don't.
Yeah, everybody has their own process.
Yeah.
and it's kind of like a different process for different shows and different times and different
and
stages.
who you're doing the show with, if it's somebody you know well, and you like, but I want to get better at channeling the right energy before I go on.
yeah. But you know, honestly, like for me, it's kind of like a gamble because sometimes I'll be like so nervous and talking to people, and then I'll go on stage and just fucking do really well. And then sometimes I feel like I got this, and I was like, fuck, I ate shit.
That's the scariest thing when I hear my inner voice going, "This is gonna be a good show. You're gonna do great," and I'm like, "Oh no, fuck." That's too much confidence. I can't, because if I'm that cool about it, I don't have the edge when I go on. I don't.
Dial it back.
Yeah,
Dial it back.
I think I already got it before I go on stage. I'm always bombing.
Yeah, you gotta work for it.
The first time I wasn't nervous, I bombed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There is something to nervous energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really.
You gotta
is.
want it.
You gotta want it.
Yeah, you gotta be afraid to fail.
Yeah. And that's why I kind of experience sometimes when I see like bigger comedians that have been doing their sets for 2 years, 2.5 years, and then they do the special. And I go, oh, you're too familiar with it.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You're not afraid
exciting.
anymore.
You're not afraid. You're not on the edge.
Yeah.
You're not walking that thin line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being a little bit nervous, I think it really adds to the humor as well.
Yeah.
Like you're like,
For
oh,
me at
shit.
least. Because if I'm too comfortable with it, I don't want it as much. I'm not chasing it. I'm just strolling in there going like, here's a joke. You like it? And they go, no.
Here's a joke. Let me just dial that in. Yeah.
Read it. I don't care.
Yeah. It's ChatGPT wrote it.
It's up on the screen right now.
Oh, shit. Damn. But that's cool, Isalill. I'm fucking, I'm happy to hear that everything's going in the right direction. And, you know, we're like figuring out the whole comedy game.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Long way to go, but...
Oh, one thing I thought was really cool. I was like watching the NRK, is it Flex Fitness?
Yeah.
And then I go, oh shit.
Yeah, it's
There's
me.
Isalill.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That was such a fun gig.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
It looked fun.
Yeah. I ruined every take I was in.
How was it acting compared to doing comedy?
Oh, you know, Mitch Hedberg had a joke about that once. He said, it's annoying. I don't know it verbatim, but he says it's annoying being a comedian because they do like, you're a stand-up, can you act? And it's like they want me to do things that are related to stand-up comedy. It's like going, oh, you're a chef, you say, can you farm?
Yeah, that's a good joke. Yeah.
And I kind of felt that. It's like, I know I'm funny, but I'm not an actor. So it was fun, and I kind of got it in the end, but I really struggled. I thought it was, I was too much in the room and not enough in the script. Because I was just looking at Jakob Skøing being a genius. Yeah. And going like, just laughing at it. And he was like, you know, we're rolling. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
The first take, I got out, and I was supposed to walk up to Jakob, and he's on this treadmill because he's this running instructor who... and this is the only thing he's got is running. And I go there.
That's a good episode.
Yeah. And I go and I pull out the plug from his iPad so the music stops. Yeah. And he looks at me and I'm like standing next to him. This first scene we shot, I'm standing next to him and he stops the treadmill and it slowly like winds down. And then he stops on the track and he glides past me, just looking at me. And just the physicality of him gliding past me, it just cracked me up. So I just laughed immediately. And I was like, that was 4 seconds in.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the absolute worst for me. I'm going to ruin every single take. And I kind of did. Anders was...
all the editors are like, can't use that one.
Yeah.
Can't use that one. Can't use that one.
I couldn't even meet the eye of the director on this. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm ruining it. There's actually a shot in the that made the show, I didn't know we were rolling, and I was. You've seen that the episode with Fritjof, the guy who exercises wrong, who uses every apparatus wrong, and he's just a menace. And he's so funny, and I laugh just looking at him. He's got funny bones. I laugh at anything he does. He just talks normally to me, and I laugh. And there's a shot, if you look at that episode, there's a shot of me standing and drumming on my thighs and looking straight into the floor. And it looks like I'm really annoyed. And I think that's why they put it in the in the episode. But we weren't running.
Yeah.
Like, he hadn't said action.
Yeah.
I was just standing like that because I was, like, internally yelling at myself, going, stop laughing. Stop laughing. You're an actor.
You're an actor now.
Yeah.
Act, damn it.
Act. You're not an audience. You're not here to observe.
Yeah.
You're on. So I'm standing like this and going like, stop it. Just stop. And then you can see me. Fritjof walks past me. He says, "Tungt I dag, ja?" And I turn my back to the camera because I'm cracking up. So I'm just turning my back to the camera at all times in that episode because I'm like, I can't. I'm not supposed to be here.
You're having too much fun.
I'm having too much fun. This isn't for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. That's a funny take on it. Holy shit. You're just like in the moment. Just
Yeah.
fucking going for it.
I'm just an audience. I'm going like, you guys are so good. You're so funny.
Yeah. It is a different art, isn't it? Comedy acting.
Yeah.
Like that comedy acting, kind of like being
It's
a
so
character.
difficult.
I think it's fun. You know, like Snorre Monsen.
Yeah.
He has this like, maybe, I think he did it at Salt as well at the festival.
Yeah.
And I think it's called Hold Maska.
Yeah.
Something like that. And they do different characters. And I always think like when you do character acting and character comedy,
Yeah.
it's like, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm so envious of people who are able to do it. And I wish I could, but I'm just like, I'm not not equipped for it.
Yeah. But I mean, I think like when you do stand-up comedy as well, like when you just do it from a perspective of the way you see things, it's kind of like, okay, well, I just have to do it how I see things.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it like how this fucking whatever the character
Yeah.
is, like how Jack the Ripper sees things,
Yeah.
or this gangster rapper.
How would this character react to this situation? I'm like, I don't care. I react like this. I laugh. I would laugh if I saw him.
Yeah. You know, this is kind of like a dumb thing that I've been thinking about doing, but I mean, I really like puppets.
I love Oh my God. This is something I say weekly. I say this. You can ask my boyfriend. I say, oh man, I even say it in English. I say, I love a good puppet.
Right?
I love a good puppet.
Yeah. They are so funny.
I'm going to show you after this Instagram account. They're like an indie puppet making duo.
Wow.
And they have so cool puppets and they're so funny and such funny characters. I just love a good puppet.
You know what? I want to see like more puppet comedy shows.
I know.
And if they don't exist, I'm gonna do one.
Yeah.
Because puppets just crack me
It
up.
fucking cracks me up.
Yeah.
It cracks me up. Fraggles?
Yeah.
Oh my God, just the intro song of the Fraggles dancing. That's the funniest shit to me.
So funny. And I think maybe Team America. Well,
Yeah.
that must be the movie I've seen the most in my life.
Oh God, I love a good puppet.
Have you seen Randy Feltface?
No.
Oh, put him on your radar. He is an Instagram comedian. He's a comedian on Instagram called
Yeah.
Randy Feltface, and he's a puppet comedian.
Is he blue?
Bluey purpley kind of
Yeah,
guy. Yeah,
I think- yeah.
He's so funny.
So funny.
So funny. But puppets to me, when I just see them, I go, that's ridiculous.
I know.
But I haven't seen like any puppets in Norway.
No, we
I'm like,
don't
who's
really.
doing Norway? Like, who's doing
Where are
puppets?
the
Where are
puppets?
all the puppets?
Yeah.
If you're a comedian and you want to do puppets, I'm coming to your show.
I'm coming. I'm bringing my whole family.
Yeah, everybody's coming.
Yeah.
The tickets could be expensive.
Yeah.
I'll pay. I
I'll
don't care.
be there. A good puppet is worth everything.
It's the best. Yeah. We're bonding over puppets.
Yeah. But I don't know what it is, but the physicality of a puppet is just the funniest thing to me.
It's so ridiculous because you suspend, there's a dude there with his
Yeah.
hand up the puppet's butt.
Yeah.
But you're still like, I'm buying whatever
Yeah.
this puppet is telling me.
I love you.
But I think why I love you.
Yeah.
I think why it's kind of magical as well is that it unlocks this feeling you had as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
Yeah.
I used to hug the puppet. I used to
actually saw Seth Meyers, I think, talking about one time when Kermit the Frog was on SNL, and he was like, they cut to a break or something, and Seth Meyers was like, I didn't talk to the guy inside the puppet. I talked to Kermit.
Yeah.
So in the break, even during the break, the cameras weren't on. He was talking to Kermit. Like, small talking with Kermit. He didn't even look at the guy.
Yeah. Hi there.
Yeah.
Things are going well. Wow.
I love Kermit, though.
Yeah, he's so funny. Maybe you've seen this. You probably, I'm guessing you have because it's so popular. It's what's that new version of chat roulette? Like Ogle or something like that? That one.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
However you say it, that one.
Yeah.
It's a girl talking to Kermit the Frog.
No.
And he goes, hi there. And she's like, hi, Kermit. I really love you. And he goes, I've got something to show you. And then he picks up a cucumber and he goes, check out my wiener. And she goes, no, Kermit. No, why? Why did you do that? You said you loved me. And like, and Kermit just, because she really loves him. And Kermit's just like, yeah, check out this fucking green dick. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Oh, God. We should have started this podcast on puppets.
Yeah.
We could have talked 2 hours about puppets.
Puppets, that's the shit. Okay, Isalill, sometime in the future, if nobody does it, you and me, we're doing a puppet thing.
We are doing a puppet thing.
Yeah. Dude, I'll follow that Instagram account and make a fucking dope puppet.
Yeah.
I'll invest years of my life into making a puppet.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Let's pitch this.
We're doing it.
Yeah. We're doing a puppet show. I'm sorry. Everything is canceled. We're doing a puppet show.
Yeah, career pivot.
Yeah, fuck that Sami indigenous. Cancel it.
Yeah, fuck my comedy career.
Yeah, fuck
puppets for life.
I said there was a lot of jokes out there to get. Somebody else go get them. We're doing puppets.
That's it. We're doing it. Okay, let's end this podcast and make a plan to take over the puppet world.
Yeah. Honestly.
Hey, Isalill, thank you for being a guest. It was really fun having you in the studio.
So much fun.
Yeah?
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. All right, see you later, ladies and gentlemen. Mwah.